all need motivation to be able to pursue any course of action to a logical conclusion. Motivation is key to achieving our personal goals. Hello and thank you for tuning in. My name is Catherine Ngahu and I'm in the business of research and training. Let's talk about what truly motivates us. Research suggests that we are all goal-directed, meaning that we tend to act in ways that support the pursuit of our goals. Motivation can be either positive or negative in direction, meaning that we can feel a push towards something or a pull away from it. Motivation is the driving force within us that influences us to act in a certain way. It impels us to action. Research indicates that this drive is generated by a state of tension within our bodies based on the feeling of awareness of an unfulfilled need, a gap in our lives. In order to reduce this tension, we push ourselves, we push to act in a way that we think will help us resolve the tension, which means we act in ways consistent to the pursuit of the unfulfilled need. So we tend to adopt behaviors that we think will fulfill our desires, will help us achieve our goals. When in our best form, we act in our best self-interest. And that is human nature. Now, motivation can be either positive or negative in direction. Positive motivation means that you feel a strong pull towards something you want. Your behavior is directed towards the goal. You move towards it. Negative motivation implies that you feel a strong push away from something. Maybe something you don't want. You may be motivated by the desire to get what you want, say to win that promotion or that election or get that appointment. That is positive motivation. You are pursuing something that you want. Or you may be motivated by the fear of not getting what you want. You make the effort in order to avoid losing what you want. That is negative motivation. Research shows that positive motivation works better for the majority. But there are always people who say that they achieved something that they wanted, say good grades in school, because of working hard to avoid punishment, or because they were driven by the fear of failure. The question is, what works for you? I've had people say that they actually achieved something because they were challenged by somebody who said they cannot get it. And that became their driving force to prove the other person wrong. What works for you? The dynamic between push and pull, or positive and negative motivation, is what might have inspired some interesting concepts and statements like, is the glass half full or half empty? The half full perspective is associated with positive motivation, while the half empty perspective is linked to negative motivation. But again, some people have argued that this is the wrong question to ask in the first place, and that we should consider that the glass is refillable. Think about that. An interesting viewpoint, isn't it? Another idea is this one, where people say that whatever you want to achieve, you have to choose between two pains. That is, two negative motivators. This is best captured by the statement attributed to Jim Rohn that says, we must suffer one of two things, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. The difference is that the pain of discipline weighs in ounces, while the pain of regret weighs in tons. In other words, the choice is in our hands. Are you going to be disciplined today and not eat that cake or ice cream? Or will you choose the short-term enjoyment and then regret later about not meeting your weight loss goals? In reality, motivation seems to always be a push and pull affair. In relationships, the choice could be something like getting home early and missing out on some fun and avoiding the nagging and negative pressure you get for getting home late. Or it could be listening keenly to your wife talk and talk without interrupting in exchange to getting to peacefully watch your favorite football club in action later, but missing that TV program you like. So what works for you? It's important to find what works for you because it will help you actually learn how, to motivate yourself. Goals can also be negative or positive. A positive goal is one towards which behavior is directed. We may look at this as something you are pursuing or want to approach. This is often referred to as an approach object in psychology. A negative goal is one from which behavior is directed away. This is something you are avoiding and is sometimes referred to as an avoidance object. You are avoiding it. Still, when matters are so unclear, it's possible to have an approach avoidance conflict where you feel like you want something, but you don't want what it comes with. You want to marry this guy, but you don't like his relatives, who are now going to become your in-laws. Oh, this presents an approach avoidance conflict. You are being tagged in two directions. It's like you're being pulled in this direction and in that direction. One for and one against. It's like you're voting against yourself. It's amazing, but it happens in real life. So let's say you may be attracted, for example, by that promotion that will take you to the next level, increase your income, and enable you to get the car that you have been wanting, build the home you want, provide for your family the way you want. But you are repelled by the hard work, the long hours, the time you have to be away from the family that comes with that position. That is an approach avoidance conflict. So you are asking yourself, should I go for it or should I not? If I go for it, what will happen to this and that? So you are not clear, and that makes it a bit harder for you to really get motivated to achieve that goal. If you want to increase pressure, that's a positive goal because you are driven by the reward of pressure or happiness that you are seeking. If you want to avoid pain, that's a negative goal because you are trying to get away from something. You are literally running away from a painful outcome. Therefore, wanting to pass an exam is a positive goal, while wanting to avoid failure is a negative goal. Similarly, wanting to make more money is a positive goal, while getting out of debt is a negative goal. And that's why the experts on money keep telling us that if you focus so much on getting out of debt, you tend to get more deeper into debt. Have you ever thought about that? Because you are focusing on the negative. Which of these, positive or negative motivation, do you think will get you to achieve more of what you want? Motivation influences the decisions we make when confronted with a difficult situation or faced with a choice between two options. The question is it positive or negative motivation? Do you feel a push towards or a pull away? Even in short-term choices like what to eat for dinner, what to order at a restaurant, how many minutes to exercise, what to wear for work or to that wedding, or even what to wear to visit a friend at the hospital. Our decisions are connected to a goal. Our decisions and actions are never meaningless. They are never totally neutral. They are always goal-oriented. This happens even when we are not aware of the goal that is driving us to behave in a certain way. In more complex decisions, like let's say career choice of a life partner, the spiritual direction you want your family to take, we take more time and consider more factors. But in the end, motivation plays a key role in the decisions we make. Motivation is a key factor in all the choices we make and the way we spend our resources, our time, energy, money, relationships to pursue what we want. The important thing is to find what drives you, what motivates you, what do you think will get you to achieve more of what you want. How can you get more self-motivated? Thank you for watching this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and press notifications so that you can be notified of other relevant videos. Thank you and best wishes. We all need to elevate our mindsets at this time.